Hello students, today's topic is community participation under the chapter Managing the Urban Environment. Community participation is very important topic as far as your board examination is concerned. Now first let us discuss what is community. So we know that community as a group of people sharing common interest and living together in a geographically defined area. So community is a place where many people they live in a certain area or the geographically defined area, and they share common interest and they live together. Now what is the importance of community? Now suppose government can make laws, administration can provide facilities, but at least if we don't have the sense at the community or as a people, if you suppose if you don't know what is right for us, what is good for us, what is bad for us, things are not going to change forever. So it's basically the people's participation which is most effective to execute any program. Now the word participation is defined as an act of being involved in something. So the meaning of participation is the involvement, and community participation means the involvement of people with similar goals and needs in decision affecting their lives. So this is the definition of community participation, and it can also be defined as the theory that the local people should be given an active role in programs and improvement directly affecting it. And we can also say that community participation is the involvement of people with similar goals and needs. So the first operative word is involvement. Involvement of people with similar goals and needs, that is they are sharing the common interest in decisions that affect their lives. So the community participation means when mass people they get involved having the same goals and a need, like the people of people of one colony, if they are facing the problems of sewage and if they are facing the problem of garbage, then they are protesting for it and they are moving to the administration for complaint, and they are doing their own for the cleanliness and they have come out to clean the road, managing the garbage and the waste, so that they are participating. It means they are participating. So there is interest, because the cleanliness drive is very important for the personal hygiene, and some are doing for individual level and some are doing in a community level. As we know that community is the center of all the activities, and the involvement of community is ignored by the decision makers or the administrators. Now people should be made aware of the problems of waste accumulation and the way it affects their lives directly. So it must be ensured that the people generate less waste by cutting back on waste generation material, and public awareness can be created by the clean city programs or something like that, the clean city drives. So this is the importance of community and community participation. Now the next is the role of community in keeping the surroundings clean. Now the first is sense of ownership. So what is sense of ownership? Now it is when community participate, means if we are gathering together to resolve a problem in, suppose in my colony or area, and I am doing this because I want my colony to be cleaned, and I am cleaning the road, I am cleaning the area in front of my house, and I am taking care of this because something that build attachment which gives you the sense of ownership. It means that when you are doing some good work for your community, for your people, for your home, for your surrounding, it means that you are attached, or when you have the sense of belonging, in that case you become more effective while taking care of it, because you think that this is a very good thing and you should take care of all the things. So this is something that gives you the sense of ownership. and once you have that sense, the sense of ownership, you start taking much care of that particular area. You start taking much care of your home, much care of your in front, and other things that belongs to you. So this is sense of ownership. Now the second is improved outcome. So what is the meaning of improved outcome? It means that this is quite general, or it is a matter of common sense. Suppose 10 people protesting for something, and for the same reason 1,000 people are protesting, that may make the difference. 10 people are protesting and 1,000 people are protesting, that they make the difference. It means that mass population, mass gathering is always effective. You should understand, if many people, when they gather together, they participating in any human welfare, in that case it is going to give you more output comparatively when suppose 10 people are doing the protest. So improved outcome are there when mass population are involved. So this is the purpose of involvement of community, involvement of local people, involvement of mass population in any kind of human welfare programs where environment is included. So the in community participation, the impact of mass population is very much, so we get more outcome, maximum outcome. Now the third one is improves the economy and living standard of the people due to sharing of benefits. Now this is the improves the economy. It means that community participation is not only one sided, it is not the one sided or unilateral movement, it is a bilateral movement, because community is involved, government is involved, so things can be executed more nicely and for free of cost. Like for example, in social forestry programs where the people share the benefits, and they are not doing work for free, but they are the profit sharing, they are sharing the profit. Similarly, when community is participating to enhance the execution of any governmental program for environmental betterment, so in that case the benefits of the sharing or the benefits is there. The people who are in need of money or those who are poor, they share the benefits and their living standard can be improved. Now next is cost effective. This community participation is very cost effective, and as labor cost is cut due to self participation. Self participation means the community participation proved to be a cost effective, because in this case you are not bringing the labor from the outside, you are not deploying the labor from the outside, because you are putting your own labor, you are putting your own efforts free of cost. That is, you are not adding or you are not having any added expenses on the execution of any movement that you are participating in. So it is a cost effective process. Community participation is of course the cost effective process, because people are putting their own efforts instead of hiring the labor from outside. Now the next is sharing of ideas, knowledge and innovation. Now when we talk about sharing of ideas, knowledge, innovation, discoveries, it means that for example, when I am sitting alone and I am thinking something and I am trying to do something like I want to clean my home, I want to clean my surrounding, so only I am thinking this thing, nobody else is involved. It's my own creativity. How will I clean my home, how will I clean my surrounding, and I am trying to do something like cleanliness drive on my own effort, and only my ideas are going into my mind. But when it occurs many people sitting together, like in community participation, when many people sitting together discussing on something, discussing on plus and minus points, discussing on advantages and disadvantages of something or some idea, is that in that case ideas, knowledge and innovation can be shared, and this is something which makes the perfect outcome. Now the next is Better network to encourage social participation. It means that more the people are there, more they are effective, more they are making awareness among the people. So mass population, whenever it moves, it is more effective. It means better network. When more people join together, they make a large network, and they can also encourage social participation. They can impact in the cleanliness drive. Now next is critical awareness. Now what is critical awareness? It is characterized by an ability to think creatively. That is my creativity, my flexibility, and it is encouraged by inquiry based learning. Suppose if I am very inquisitive about any topic, and I can think about the plus and minus point of the specific task, it means I am very critical. So critical awareness, I am critically aware. Critical awareness means if you are suggesting something and someone has some idea practically feasible, it means that you are criticizing the idea. So in this case, you can also play the role of critic when participating as a community. It means that you can contribute your idea to the community, or you can be a critic. Now next is influence the decision making as per the need. It means because you are participating along with the government in accomplishment of any task. In community participation, you are participating along with the government because it is a bilateral task, and the task is for the human welfare. In that case, because you are a stakeholder, it's not the government every time to decide everything, because you have a participant. So you have your own idea. You can influence the decision making of the government. You can also contribute. So this is the influence the decision making as per the need. So now these are the points in role of community in keeping the surroundings clean. When many people are together, so it means we can do cleanliness drive for safe waste disposal, sanitation, and we can constant dialogue between local people and planners lead to better result, as local people have the better knowledge of any area, and we can build the community toilets, and we can make the compost or manure during the generation of organic waste, and we can convert the organic waste into manure. Now coming to some examples of cleanliness. Here you can see the first example, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in India. Second example in Lagos, Nigeria, monthly cleanup day, and the third one is celebration of World Sanitation Day in Ghana. We'll talk about the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan later on. Now first take a look at the monthly cleanup day in Nigeria, Lagos. The community can take up the cleanliness drive to keep the surroundings, build community toilets, help in safe disposal of garbage, converting organic waste into manure or biogas. Now in some countries like Ghana and Nigeria celebrate Sanitation Day, where people get together and clean the roads and drains. In Lagos, the authorities hold a monthly cleanup day, and by law the last Saturday of every month is Sanitation Day in Lagos. The entire city comes to a stop as people spend hours sweeping the streets and cleaning up trash. Coming to the case study, this is a very good case study. Case study is not included in our textbook, but you should know. This is the case study of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. In Meghalaya, there is a village called the Umthli village. So government had given up the Clean and Green award to Umthli village. Every Saturday the resident sweeps the entire village, and all the wet waste is converted into manure in all the households. And as many villagers and cities across India are gearing up to make Swachh Bharat Abhiyan as a mass movement, and increased public participation is underway in Umthali village in East Khasi Hill, Meghalaya. Now, it is a perfect example. The above example is a perfect example of community involvement and showing everyone how it doesn't require any civic worker to help keep the place clean, and taking the message of Swachhta from Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Seriously, this village has completely got itself rid of liquid waste and the problem of litter within a period of 4 to 5 months. This is a case study and you should go through the case study. Let me read it once again. All thanks to an unwritten law according to which it is mandatory for at least one member from every family to participate in the weekly cleaning activity organized by the heads of the village, and on every Saturday the Swachhta alarm goes off at 7 a.m. As the alarm rings, residents of Umthali village come out of their respective houses and armed with the brooms and other cleaning equipments and launch a battle against the unclean environment. So, this is the case study under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Now, the next is participation of private enterprises in city improvement. The first is the private sector is the part of country's economic system and is run by individuals and companies rather than the government. Most private sector organizations are run with the intention of making profit, making benefit, and they derive their profit from the consumers in the cities. So, let us evaluate the private enterprise help in city improvement, and the first is job opportunities. So, the private sector create job opportunities for the people and they bring economic prosperity to the city as well as its people, and partnership with government for waste management, healthcare, transport, water supply. So, basically private sector is a part of their social responsibility. They allot funds for carrying out awareness campaign. They carry out awareness campaigns on environmental issues and literacy programs, social evils like child labor, helping the poor families and destitute. So, again this is the work of private enterprises in city improvement. And the next is provision of residential colonies. It means that some private enterprise, they work for the city in partnership with the government, including waste management, water management, healthcare, transport and security services. So, there is a provision of residential colony. The private enterprises, they make the residential colonies for their workers, and the residential colonies are well equipped with electricity, with water supply and all other necessary amenities, and they also provides credits or loans to the employees purchasing house or for education. So, they used to give loans on very small interest rate so that they can purchase their own house, they can afford education, they can afford expensive education. Now, next is measures to improve participation of private enterprises. Now, the following measures could be taken to increase the private enterprise participation in urban development, and the first is tax incentives or rebate for companies that provide healthcare, school, housing facilities, transport and safe waste disposal. So, we know that the concept of a smart city is getting attention now, and these smart cities deploy resources adequately to solve the problems of healthcare, water, transport and waste disposal. Now, in this case, the tax incentives must be given to the industries who build housing, schools, hospitals, playgrounds, roads, and there is a tax rebate to the private enterprises that take up social responsibility in the field of literacy, empowering women creating environmental awareness, and so many things. And tax incentives should be given to the private enterprises who grant loans to the employees for building houses. And there is also a provision of different tariffs, different charges on water, electricity and fuel. And again there is a provision of different tariffs on water, electricity and fuel. Different tariffs means different charges on water supply, electricity uses and fuel consumption. Next is subsidized or discounted raw material. And the next is public appreciation. Private enterprises are contributing in environmental conservation, in personal hygiene, so they should be appreciated. And because they are contributing the city's improvement, so better investment opportunities, appreciation should be provided. And the next is easy government policies to support such enterprises. Easy government policies means that there should be a little bit of flexibility, little bit of appreciation, so that private enterprises, they can contribute more to the society, to the environment. Now, coordinating and mobilizing the private sector to address the increasing demand for urban environment governance by urban dwellers is very important for sustainable development activities. Now, there is a challenging opportunity available for the private sector to be partners in this endeavor to developing our cities. So, that's all for today. Please like, share and subscribe this video. Till then, happy learning. Bye bye.